Today we'll be looking at the Figma number 577, Houshou Marine. I'll assume you know who she is if you clicked on this video, but for those who don't, she is a pirate captain under the banner of Hololive Fantasy, and totally not a mid-30s cosplayer. I've showcased a fair share of Houshou Marine content on this channel. In fact, she is one of the first characters I've ever reviewed. Brought to us by Good Smile Company and Max Factory, this figure is set to give us a highly posable Sensho with amazing quality. Or so I hope. I can't say I was happy with my last Figma purchase. Those joints, way too tight. Disappointed! Let's get her accessories out of the way first. She comes with 8 extra hands, a coat piece, her pirate hat, alternative hair with eye patch, 2 pairs of coat arms, 3 different faces, and a standard Figma stand. As expected, she is the most flexible without her coat. While turning her head, her pigtails seem to get in the way, so I tend to move them up. It does move full 360. Rather decent crunch. Unfortunately, her waist and upper torso don't go a full 360. I feel like there's something blocking it. Her hips definitely sway. She can kick about that far, back kick about that far, both knees have a knee bend. Her ankles have full motion, but unfortunately, no toe bend. She can definitely do the splits, which is amazing for how old she is. Both of her arms do bend, and they can rotate. And both of her wrists have full motion. Moving on to further details, you'll notice this long black strand going throughout the back of her skull. This pairs well with the eye patch accessory that she comes with. This could be a problem though if you're using her hairpiece without the eye patch, because now you'll just have a long strap just in the middle of her skull. To complete her look, you can attach her coat piece to the back, rip off her arms and attach your preferred sleeve. Make sure to remove this black peg from each sleeve before attaching it to the figure. This peg is here to keep its form. On a side note, I just noticed that her cuffs have anchors on them. Attaching her hat is going to be a little tricky. This clear plastic piece needs to get between her hair. The instructions say you have to remove her hair first, attach the hat, and then put the hair back, but I found it easier just to leave a tiny gap in her hair, slap the hat on, and then push the hair back in. Credit where it's due though, she's looking really nice. It's always the little details that seem to bring out the character. They really did pay attention on this one. And for a figure this small, I'm really impressed. Even her arm tassels are nicely sculpted. They could have cut corners here, but I'm glad they didn't. They do tend to get in the way, but luckily you can rotate her arm with them. Her coat piece actually has ball joints, so you can move them around however you like. Just be careful not to scuff any other parts of her body. And finally, the stand plugs into the back of her coat as well. For size comparisons, here she is with a fellow member, Figma Shirogane Noel, Milk Tea Girl Miyu K, and 1000 Toys Master Chief. Overall, she's pretty good. If you're a fan of our lovable captain, then she is more than worthy of your shelf space. I'm also just happy that her arms didn't break this time. The only Figmas I'm missing now are Rushia and Flare.